The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats. Cornhuskers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. The Wildcats offense will come out first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. That's caught. It's Winfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to throw. Setting up the screen. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Wildcats are flying down the field. Fires to the big fella. Still running at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Wildcats want to move quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got a man. It's Oakley. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Kansas State has it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast. fast and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Nebraska's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion.
Breaks into the open. And they pick up just a few on that completion. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough. So got to continue to play well within the conference.
And that's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good. You get a completion on a big 3rd down early in the game, and that should give him a lot of confidence calling plays this game.
He's taking the shot. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass, it's Raiola. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. It's Alston. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here we go. Got a man. It's Sampson. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Huskers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure coming. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And it's no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Johnson wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Winfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Looking down the middle. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Handoff from the gun. Nice move there. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the mark. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Finds his man, it's Alston. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And these tight ends are such matchup nightmares. They can run so many different routes. And how about you throw in the corner route where you can throw it up to the big fella, where you've worked on your timing, you've moved him all over the field and had success. Great throw, great catch.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Quarterback keeps it. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Husker!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, He has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Looking for space, it's Tatum. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage. But
he lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Going to throw it over the top of the D. It's picked off. And that's number 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage. What a play there.
And he fires a bullet to the... He gets a paw on it, but he couldn't get it in. He couldn't bring it in. What happens with tips and overthrows? Defenses usually take advantage. They do here, and they get the big INT.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Brought over the middle. It's Oakley. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Complete downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Johnson looking to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, the attempt is no good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense if they get it to the 33-yard line. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. The Huskers have pushed it inside the 20. He'll do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. But the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Hawkins. Can't quite cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Wildcats come to the line in the hurry-up. Johnson wants to throw it. Here's a heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. This is a designed run. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Lost a throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Smith. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hauls it in. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their 2nd time out of the half as they try to get their act together. Johnson looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, still... by 11.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll operate out of split backs. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the 2nd half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Complete to the right. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hunter. Stumbled to the ground.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Johnson wants to throw it. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. Second down coming up. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the field.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. There he goes. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up in the 26 with the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off play action. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Nebraska! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Kansas State will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last
To
play.
the ground. He's got it again.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This punter is such a weapon, and because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Catch in the middle. It's Oakley. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And coming out in the 2nd half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this 2nd half,
breaks into the open. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a 1st down in the final period of this one. Johnson wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. They'll go to the air. Quickly complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Gives it on the option.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Neutral zone action. Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Intercepted for the 11th time. Bringing it back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. Fires it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the score.
Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Husker! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Johnson wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Kansas State really has this drive rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Smith. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They want that clock to run. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down.
Let's go.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Power football with the run. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.